Alison. I'm the Programs, Outreach, and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Thank you for joining me this evening for another episode of Book Chat. Tonight I'm going to be chatting with you about the book, The More or Less Definitive Guide to Self-Care by Anna Borges. And this book is especially great if you are a fan of our Self-Care Sunday playlist. And if you haven't checked that playlist out, I recommend that you do. We put out a new video every Sunday on a variety of different self-care topics. So this book, as it says, is the more or less definitive guide to self-care. And what I really, really love about this book is that it goes through self-care alphabetically. So there's self-care A to Z. And for each letter of the alphabet are different things within that start with that letter that apply to some aspect of self-care. So for A, for instance, there are affirmations, and then it talks a little bit about what affirmations are and what they can do for you. Ask for help. So there's all sorts of different things that you might not think of for each letter of the alphabet. So for G, there's gratitude. So that's something that a lot of people think about, gratitude journaling when you think about self-care, but there's also stuff like gardening. And this was one of the things I found very interesting. Goal audit, which is looking at the different goals that you have in your life and setting realistic expectations to meet them. So there are all sorts of different ideas in here if you're looking for some simple new ways to expand your definition of self-care. And then there are little testimonials about how somebody in real life has applied certain self-care tips to their life to give you some more examples and some more inspiration and ideas for what you can do. There are also different quotes inside that you can look at and browse through. And this is a really great book to go through slowly. It's not one that you would sit and read cover to cover, but when I was reading it, I did a different letter every day and then picked how I was going to apply one idea from that letter to my life for that day. There's also this really cool chart in the back, what self-care do you need right now? And it helps you if you're in a mode where you really need an idea right then. You can follow the chart and it'll give you a page number to go to for a particular idea. Also, what I really love in the beginning is there is an overview of what self-care can be and what self-care shouldn't be. And I do like that it notes that self-care isn't a cure, it's just a way to help you. So it's not a cure for any mental illness that you might be experiencing or depression or anxiety, but it's a self-care is a really good preventative tool to make sure that you don't fall into some of those habits, that you're not getting burnt out or overly stressed or overly anxious. Self-care is more of a preventative thing versus a cure. So if you are, like I said, a fan of our Self-Care Sunday, I would recommend this book. It's in our collection. It really helped me through some of the darker days of the pandemic to think of new ways to stretch my definition of self-care and what I was doing to care for myself when I was at home. If you have any books you would like to recommend, please let us know in the comments below. And again, check out our Self-Care Sunday playlist on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.